Hey everyone, welcome back into Mountain Dog Companion. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we're talking about Macy and Icon's litter, born on the 4th. If you're just seeing this now, these guys are about 5.5 weeks old right now, doing very well, coming along great. These are the boys hanging out with me right now, just taking it easy. We got one showing off his teeth with me here, trying to chew on my fingers, but relatively active group of pups here, doing very well. We just did pictures. They seem to be doing great. They are a little bit on the smaller side of what I'd be typically used to, but it's because they've had to share pretty much everything at a super young age, and it's just, I feel like here in the next week, they'll probably, once they're on complete dry food, they'll definitely start growing and filling out a little bit more. So these guys are coming along very well. Super excited for these litter picks that we do have on this litter. If you guys have any questions and are on this litter list, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'll try and help you out as best as possible. But really looking forward to getting those litter picks started here in the next couple of days. So hopefully you'll find this video pretty helpful for that, and we can always settle in for a FaceTime as well and get some videos over to you directly. So if you guys have any questions after this, feel free to reach out to me. Since there's 7 boys just roaming around here, I'm gonna try and kind of stay stationary, but if I had to move around, maybe talk about a puppy that's not with me directly, just bear with me here. So they seem to be doing very well mannered pups, doing very good, coming along great. So I'll be going through talking about each one individually a little bit, going a little bit in depth. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video, so I apologize, but there's a little bit more puppies, so got this group, so just bear with me. This is Max here to start things off. He is on a little bit more on the bigger side of things. I'd say middle of the pack. The 2 boys under the seat here are probably the 2 biggest boys, along with the one back here under the chair, the front one. So, but we'll get to those guys later. This little guy, Max, doing very well. Love his markings, beautiful white plays in between his eyes. Nice white tuxedo up front, beautiful socks, front and back. Nice little guy. He does have a little bit of a spotted nose at this point, which is kind of cute, but it'll definitely turn black here in the next couple weeks. He does have a white tip tail and is doing great. So I would say he's middle of the road, not the most outgoing, not the most laid back, but he does have, seems to be very content overall, just very easygoing, just doesn't mind too much. Loves hanging out, very people-oriented. These guys are, as a group, very people-oriented, so I feel like that goes with each and every one of these guys. If you hear rain in the background, it just started raining, so just a heads up on that. I'm gonna interrupt a nap here right in front of me. This is one of the smaller boys in the group. And by the way, there's no really runt in the litter. These guys are relatively even. But there are some that are just a touch smaller. This is Master here. He is just a little bit smaller. We got Mac just showing off over here. I think he wants a piece of my shoe. But yeah, this is Master here, doing very well. We got the beautiful socks front and back, nice tan popping. Really neat to see that. Nice tuxedo look as well. Beautiful white blaze coming through very well. So really neat to see. Sweet little guy. He's one of the more outgoing guys in the group, a little bit more on the energetic side. He probably won't show off too much right now, but he does seem to be that. So very neat to see. Again, that's Master, doing great, coming along very well. Taking a nap right now, the nap that I actually ended up interrupting. So next up here is Miles. He's a little bit more on the bigger side of things, middle to large. Nice white socks front and back, beautiful face, one of the more chilled out boys in the group. Got the nice tuxedo look up front, a little bit of a spotted nose. What's up, buddy? You're looking at me like I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. But yeah, doing great here. Like I said, a little bit more on the laid back side of things is Miles. Coming along great. See what he'll do here for you. Yeah, checking things out. Everyone's just kind of finding their spot. I'm not even sure where everyone's at. I know Maverick's back in the corner, but we'll get to him a little bit later on. This is Mac here. I would say he's medium when it comes to size as well. Not the biggest, but does definitely have some size. He's got something stuck on his face here. Nice white socks front and back. And a nice tuxedo look as well. Really neat white tip tail too. Just nice to see. He's also a little bit more on the outgoing side. Very attentive. He likes checking things out. Like right now, he's just moving around, trying to figure out what's going on with the rain. So a little bit more on the attentive, curious side of things. So, okay guys, next up is Marshall. Marshall here is one of the bigger boys. Nice big round head, beautiful white socks as well. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he's a little bit more on the outgoing side, maybe a little bit more energetic. You can see he's just running back. He wants his spot back. Beautiful boy. Really neat to see. He is a little bit more on the bigger side of things. So again, that's Marshall, just hanging out back there. Really neat for him. I love his head. He's got a nice big round head, nice short muzzle as well. So really nice to see. Next up here is Maverick. He's medium when it comes to size. Nice white socks front and back. Beautiful white blaze. Nice tan points. He is a little bit more on the independent side. He does like just kind of finds his own spot and doesn't mind hanging out by himself. So a little bit more on the independent side, but really cute little guy. I think he's going to be a great looking dog when he grows up, and just seems to be doing very well. So again, that's Maverick. You'll probably see him find his little corner back there. That's his favorite spot. Like I said, maybe a little bit more on the independent side. So he'll probably find a spot somewhere back here and take it easy. And then last but not least from the boys, I'd say the biggest in my opinion. Overall, just bone structure and everything is Mojo. He's got a really nice size, beautiful white socks front and back. Super laid back boy, more on the chilled out side of things. You got the nice tuxedo look, beautiful white stripe in between his eyes, nice tan, and just a big boned boy. Just overall a little bit heavier set, a little bit wider, a little bit stockier. So really neat to see for him. I'd say he's probably the biggest boy in the group. So it looks like he's got a little bit of a little bit of hiccups going on here right now. But like I said, a little bit more on the laid back side of things. Okay guys, moving on to the girls here. Doing great. We just did pictures. I got a lap full of puppies here. Trying to keep them all in one spot so they don't wander off, and I'm getting the feel of some puppy teeth. So we'll start with her first. That's Melody. She's one of the more outgoing girls in the group. Also one of the bigger girls, I would say the biggest girl in the group. So really neat to see that, not neat to feel, but really good looking pup. She's got a really nice head on her. Beautiful socks front and back. And like I said, a little bit more on the outgoing side. I'm just gonna let her kind of wander around. You can follow her. She'll probably take a little bit of interest in my hand again. So, but we'll keep on rolling. Really beautiful looking pups here. Markings wise, conformation wise, I feel like these guys will really start filling out here in the next week or two. This is Mandy here, medium size when it comes to the girls. Beautiful white stripe, white socks front and back, nice tuxedo look, and a nice white tip tail. So if you guys are curious about the non-white markings up front, a little bit of a stain going on, we did start wet puppy food at a younger age, and just because there's so many puppies in this group, and it helped a little bit on the nutritional side of things. So obviously you can't bath a puppy every day, it's not healthy, and so it does stain a little bit. So but it'll definitely come out. I'm sure here in the next week or two you'll see definitely more of the white, complete white, like snow white look. So keep an eye on that, of course. But if you're curious about it, that's the answer to it. It's not like it's gonna stay that color at all or anything like that. But yeah, moving on. Next up is Maggie, the second biggest girl here in the group. Beautiful white blaze in between her eyes, nice round head, beautiful socks front and back, and a nice white blaze as well. One of the more laid back girls in the group, a little bit more chilled out. Really neat to see, just super easy going there for her. She'll probably want to snuggle back up. So really nice to see for her. She's just a very sweet little laid back girl. Moving on here, we got Madison. She is also a nice chunky girl. I would say probably second or third here when it comes to size. Very, very similar between her and, was it Melody I just talked about? Was it Maggie? Mm-hmm. One of the two. But yeah, really nice white socks front and back, beautiful round head. You can kind of see that structure coming around already at this age, which is really neat to see. But yeah, super, super sweet girl. And I think, is this last? No, we got two more to talk about, I believe. This here is Mila, or Mila, depending on your pronunciation, I guess. I'll call her Mila. But she is the smallest little girl in the group. I feel like got the most even markings. You got the nice white socks front and back, really neat white blaze. She does have a little bit of a Swiss kiss up top, but I feel like that'll probably fade out. But a little bit on the smaller side as far as size goes, but still has beautiful conformation. Very sweet girl, very outgoing, very people oriented. So really neat to see that. Super sweet. You can see her tail going 100 miles an hour. So really neat little girl there. And that's pretty much it for this litter here. Everyone seems to be doing very well, coming along great. They'll be available at the end of September, around September 29th. So if you guys have any questions about availability or puppies that we do have available, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Jay Miller here at Mountain Dog Companion. My number is 330-234-0102. You can call or text me. You can email us at mountaindogcompanion@gmail.com. I'll have Krista pop the contact information down below. And we'll see you guys next time.